So you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Nashville, Tennessee area? Well, today we're going to be taking you on a little tour of the Bitticks Creek subdivision here in Nolensville, Tennessee, which is about 25 miles or so southeast of downtown Nashville. And if you stick around, we're going to be pointing out a few parts of the neighborhood that back up to some undeveloped properties that you want to be aware of. So don't miss that. All right, let's get to it. And if this is your first time on the channel and you'd like to get to know the Nashville, Tennessee area a little bit better, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to get all the inside information on Nashville and the surrounding areas. My business partner and wife, Noelle, and myself help people just like you every single day buy and sell property in the Nashville, Tennessee area, and we absolutely love it. So whether you plan to move in 9 days or 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a Zoom call and let us help make your Nashville move super smooth. Okay, we're headed north on Nolensville Road right now. We're at the red light at Clovercroft Road and Rocky Fork Road. To the right, the property we just passed is supposed to be developed into a new Publix, which has already been all approved and ready to go. We're just waiting on it to break ground. To the left, the property that's right to the left of us, which you can't see right now, but you're about to be able to. This is all going to be part of the Nolensville Village area. This is really close to Bitticks Creek. We're heading in now towards the neighborhood. And Bitticks Creek is broke up into about 6 separate areas. Four of these areas have completely different entrances, and they're not even connected via the streets. And the first one is right here. We're gonna make a right onto Ellis Place off Clovercroft Road. And we're going to make a right on the Dobson Branch Court at this stop sign. This area of Bitticks Creek has a little bit higher HOA because they also receive lawn care. So while the majority of the neighborhood is around $70 a month, this street here is, I think, about $110 per month for that lawn care. And these homes are going to be a little on the smaller side of Bitticks Creek. And we got some brick and stone on the front of the houses, and then some sort of siding on the sides and the back. We got 2-car garages. Again, this road right here is Dobson Branch Court. And this is just a small section of Bitticks Creek. And while this section isn't connected to the larger part of the neighborhood via the streets, it is connected via the Bitticks Creek trail system. Which, if you look right to the past this red SUV, you can see the sidewalk there that connects into the trail system. And there was another connection on the other side of Dobson Branch Court as well. And so yeah, Bitticks Creek is one of the largest subdivisions in Nolensville. Approximately 665 homes total and 343 acres. All right, we're headed back towards Clovercroft Road. We're gonna make a right on Clovercroft. And everything to the right is Bitticks Creek. Everything to the left here is eventually going to be developed into the Nolensville Village area. And we're going to make a right onto Dante Ranch. Another little pocket area of Bent Creek. It's kind of separate from the rest of the neighborhood. Again, it will connect via the Bent Creek trail system, which of course is one of the standout amenities of Bent Creek. The neighborhood is so big, they actually have miles of walking and biking paths, formerly known as the Bent Creek Trail System, which does connect into the Nolensville Trail System. And there are 7 entrances total to Bent Creek. We've just seen 2 of them off Clovercroft Road. There's one more kind of main entrance off Clovercroft Road. That's where we started the video. That's where we'll be headed next. And then there's 4 entrances off of Sam Donald Road, which is on the other side of the neighborhood. 2 of those entrances going into the main neighborhood. One of them actually goes into Bent Creek Reserve. The other goes into the main neighborhood. Another entrance goes to the Bent Creek Cottages, and then there's a separate entrance also for the Bent Creek Active 55 Plus community. We'll be checking all this out on today's tour. And this road right here was actually Nevins Place. I think I forgot to call that out, but this is Nevins Place here. Okay, we're gonna make a left, go back to Clovercroft Road. And as for schools, Bent Creek is zoned to Mill Creek Elementary School, Mill Creek Middle School, and Nolensville High School. It's not really walkable or bikeable to any of the schools right now. That could change as the Nolensville Village area gets built out, which they haven't even started on yet, so that could take years and years. But there is the Williamson County school bus service. So if you don't want to take your kids and pick them up yourself, you can always get them on the school buses. All right, here we are on the main entrance on Clovercroft Road. And this is Falling Water Road. Make a left onto Carrick Court. It's just a small little cul-de-sac street, but you can see some of the sidewalks and paths that wrap around. Got some benches back there. The houses in this part of the neighborhood are going to get a little bit bigger. Still have mostly 2-car garages. But the average size home for Bent Creek in total is 2,863 square feet. It's going to be around 1,300 square feet on the low end and up to around 5,000 square feet on the high end. Okay, making a left here onto Falling Water Road. And as I did mention, Bent Creek is one of the more established neighborhoods in town. Homes were built between 2005 and 2017. And I mentioned that the average square foot was around 2,800 square feet. The exception to that will be in the reserve of Bent Creek, which we'll see here in a bit. In the reserve, the average square footage is around 3,400 square feet, and the lots get a little bit bigger as well. In this part of the neighborhood, most of the lots are going to be around 1/4 of an acre. And in this part of the neighborhood, the HOA is going to be around $70 a month. Do not get lawn care in this part of the neighborhood. And we're going to go straight across and stay on Falling Water Road, crossing over Christmas Drive. I'm going to take you through most of the neighborhood. Hope to give you a really good feel of what it might be like living in Bent Creek. But this is a really big neighborhood. There are, I think, 31 streets total. So we probably won't see every street, but we're going to try to give you a good idea. And it is a relatively hilly neighborhood. I don't know how much you'll be able to tell on the camera, but there's definitely quite a few hills. So how much are homes in Bent Creek? Well, over the last year, the average price was around $703,000. Let's see, we're going up on Jobe Trail here. We are going to make a right on the Jobe Trail. So yeah, the average over the last year of homes sold was $703,000. And the most expensive home ever sold in Bent Creek was $1.1 million, and that was in April of 2022. Okay, we're gonna make a left here on Bent Creek Trace. You can see some of those walking and bike paths to the right. As I said, the neighborhood has miles of biking and walking paths. A little roundabout. We're going to take this first exit here on Bitticks Creek. And make a left onto Pulley Place. There are quite a few builders who built homes here in Bent Creek. The first two sections that we showed you that were kind of independent of the rest of the neighborhood, those are all built by Westview Homes. The homes in this part of the neighborhood were built by Regent Homes, DAC Home Builders, Patterson Company, Phillips Builders, Newmark Homes, Turnberry Homes, Citizen Homes. That might not be an exhaustive list, but it's quite a few of them. All right, and I'm gonna make a left on the Locust Hollow. And with it being such an established neighborhood, we've got lots of really nice mature trees in the neighborhood. make a right onto Redmon Hill. Got a little playground and park area to the left, which is part of the neighborhood amenities. As you can see, we do have sidewalks on both sides of the road in Bitticks Creek. We got mailboxes on the road. We got underground utilities, just to name a few of the amenities and features. Gonna make a right here on Bitticks Creek Trace off of the roundabout. Got another little playground area on the left. There's lots of common ground and lots of little pocket park areas here in the neighborhood. All right, make a left on the Powder Springs Road. You'll notice we got some Halloween decorations going up. About midway through the month of October. All right, we'll make a stop sign on Jobe Trail. And head across, continuing on Powder Springs Road. Got quite a big hill on this road. Although the hills do make for some nice views as well. But if you're looking for a flat neighborhood, Bitticks Creek might not be the best option for you. All right, let's make a left onto Sawmill Place. Make a right on the Fishing Creek Road. So one fun fact about Bitticks Creek is that over the last school year, for the 2023-2024 school year, out of all the neighborhoods in Nolensville, Bitticks Creek had the highest number of students registered for bus service at, I believe, 281 students. So if you got high school or middle school age kids, Bitticks Creek is going to have the most number of kids their age. Okay, so we just made a left on a Christmas Drive. And as you can see, I hope you can see, we got another pretty steep incline here that we're heading up. And also, the houses to the right of us, they back up to woods right now, but this is one of the areas that I wanted to call out, as the property behind these houses and the property behind the houses on Warren Drive, which we're about to make a right on, the houses that are going to be on the right, all back up to a 150-acre parcel of property that is zoned, it is annexed into the town of Nolensville and is zoned for neighborhood zoning, the same zoning that Bent Creek is, I believe is CD3L. So while there are no plans right now for that property to be developed, these homes right here to the right of us could at some point have another neighborhood developed behind them. There is a small buffer in between, but it would still be pretty noticeable. And let's make a right on the Sea Oaks Court. Little cul-de-sac street. And we're on Warren Drive right now. We're still in the main part of Bent Creek. Or the main section. And we're coming up on Christmas Drive. We're gonna make a left. And we're going to start headed towards the reserve of Bent Creek. Cross over Warren Drive, continue on Christmas Drive. And at the stop sign, we're going to make a left on the Fishing Creek Road. And this is going to take us into the reserve, which is just another section of Bent Creek. As I mentioned, these homes in the reserve on average are going to be a little bit bigger. I think the average is 3,400 square feet. And the lot size goes from around 1/4 of an acre to in between 1/4 acre and a half acre. And I'll make a left onto Aunt Nanny's place. And these homes here on Aunt Nanny's place also back up to the same 150-acre property that could one day potentially be developed. That's the homes on the left here. Again, there's no plans for that property to be developed right now as of October 2023, but down the road at some point, anything could happen. Just something to be aware of. And the houses in the reserve of Bent Creek, according to the data that I could find, were all built by the Jones Company. As we go up a really steep hill on Aunt Nanny's place. I'm not sure if you can really see on video how steep this hill is, but it's fairly steep. So yeah, the Jones Company has built homes in quite a few neighborhoods here in Nolensville. I know they built some homes in Summerlin, they built some in Telfair, Annecy, and of course Bent Creek, and there's probably some others. All right, and let's make a right on the Fishing Creek Road. Again, we're not going to be able to see the whole neighborhood in Bent Creek because it's just too big. But we are trying to give you a good idea of what it's like here. Okay, at this stop sign, we're going to make a left onto Lodge Hall Road. And this is still in the reserve of Bent Creek. This is taking us out to one of the main entrances. This is going to be on the Sound Donald Road, this particular entrance. But before we head out to Sam Donald, let's make a left on the Fishing Ford Court. Check it out. And just to recap, all these homes were built between 2005 and 2017. Average price in the neighborhood, $703,000 over the last year. All right, now we're at Sam Donald Road. This is the entrance where we started the video. We're gonna make a right. And to the right here, we have Bent Creek Trace. We're gonna go past it, but that is another entrance off of Sam Donald Road. And we're gonna go up here and check out the Cottages of Bent Creek next. So this is Hebron Trace that we're making a right on. And these are the Cottages of Bent Creek. The Cottages were built by Meritage Homes of Tennessee. And the HOA dues in this part of the neighborhood are currently $165 per month. They have a mail center here where you get your mail. And the HOA dues are probably a little more in this section because you have your lawn care taken care of, and it probably also covers the exterior of the homes, which is quite common. This is not the active adult 55 plus community. We'll be checking that out next. You see another one of these mail centers here to the right. Still a part of the Bitticks Creek neighborhood, just a different section. Okay, now we're coming back to Sam Donald Road. And we make a right. And you can see more of the trail systems to the right. We're coming up on a crosswalk that connects you from Bitticks Creek neighborhood over into the Nolensville neighborhood, which Nolensville is a whole separate video that you can check out if you're interested. And here to the left, we have the new Primrose School that was just finished. And we're gonna make a right onto Seagart Place. And we're gonna hang a little left here onto Thesing Court. Excuse me, we're just gonna stay on Seagart Place. And this is the active adult 55 plus area. These homes are built by Goodall Homes. And it looks like we're at a dead end, so we're going to turn around real quick. Make a left on the Thesing Court. And that's pretty much it. It's a just a small section of the neighborhood. And all the homes have 2-car garages. And the dues here in this side of the neighborhood are around $220 per month, I believe, for the active adult side. All right, and that pretty much wraps up the driving tour portion of Bitticks Creek and the 6 different sections. Now let's go check out some of the amenities. Turning back into the neighborhood on the Bitticks Creek Trace. This is another one of the entrances off Sam Donald Road into the main part of the neighborhood. And we're gonna see how long it takes me to find the pool. This neighborhood is really big and it's easy to get turned around in here. Looks like we found the pool to the left. Let's go check it out. All right, and here we have the Bitticks Creek pool. It's a fairly big pool deck. Of course, it's quiet right now because it's October and the pool is closed. Got the pool house. And living in Bitticks Creek really is a lot like living in a park. As we mentioned, they just have miles, literally miles of walking and biking paths. Which you can see in both directions here. And this is just one of the multiple playground and park areas. This one's actually called Bitticks Creek Park. It's really peaceful and quiet out here, and lots of spots to really connect with nature. All right, here we have the Bitticks Creek Pavilion. Really beautiful, quiet, wooded area. And right next to the pavilion, got this little wooded common area. And another little playground and park with some swings and benches and play area. And of course, more biking and walking paths. And the lending library. And Bitticks Creek is also a pet-friendly neighborhood. All right, and this concludes our tour of the Bitticks Creek subdivision in Nolensville, Tennessee. If you found value in today's video, please hit that like button below. It really helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tap the bell for notifications. Finally, my name is Matthew, and whether you plan to move in 9 days or 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a Zoom call. All of our contact information is below, and let us help make your Nashville move super smooth. Talk soon.